Yo, what's good, PIP and family? Today is July 7th, and I'm shooting my market recap video so we can go over exactly what happened this week and just kind of review, what went wrong and what went right. So, just to start off, USDCHF, as you guys know, I had this marked up, this set of liquidity right here, marked up in the beginning of the week. I really wanted to see it get swept and enter this blue zone, this daily OB we have resting over here. So, as you can see, we finally got that sweep. Today's Friday. And it looks like for next week, we will have a pretty solid chance to end up coming down somewhere like the 4-hour OB or the 1-hour OB and getting our refined entries over there. That's something I'm really excited for. I really just want to see USDCHF set up kind of like this. And then, just give us some downward structure. And then give us a break and a retest and then push up. So that was a really good one that I liked for this week, or looking forward to next week. But obviously, we didn't get our setup on it. We just stayed on the sidelines for this pair for the week. And we're going to go right to the next one. So EU kept failing to break structure on the daily, as you guys can see here. And so it failed to break structure on the daily for me. I needed it to close under here. And now it's pulled back up into this zone here. So what I would kind of like to see is a pullback higher into like maybe a refined order block over here. Maybe on the 4-hour or something. So if we go down to the 4-hour, our refined OB is going to be resting over here, as you guys can see. So looking to the right, that is somewhere that I would like to see price pull into and give us pretty much that same type of setup as USDCHF, something like this, break structure towards the downside, and then we would end up playing it down. Here we had Euro GBP, which we actually took a trade on. So here I saw the daily. And when I did my analysis last week, I actually had this marked up wrong. Why I had this marked up wrong, I thought that this was going to be the OB we played off of in this area here. Because I thought that this had, I thought we broke here and then pulled back and continued here. But the reality was we broke when we broke. This candle was our first break of structure. This was not a break of structure. I consider that a trading range. So I'm not going to lie. I myself got very enticed in this area. And I didn't call a signal, but I took a small trade on my own, and I ended up getting stopped out. And so I feel like it was honestly a sign that I didn't call a signal, because I shouldn't have taken that trade. I essentially started to convince myself, like, I was just looking at the chart so long, and I wanted to take that trade, and I started thinking like, oh, I can make this much money. And then I was like, oh, on a lower time frame, this is most likely a break of structure, yada yada yada. And I started just convincing myself otherwise, and that's why I took an L on that one. But when we actually came to call the signal, I had my mind right, and I saw this. So we had our daily order block. You can see we had our minute 30 order block over here. And price just, if you go to the right, price taps in, creates a very, very nice break of structure towards the upside. As you guys can see that right there. Now we had that break. And then we came down to retest this area. And I believe that I had refined this down to my minute 5 order block, if I'm not mistaken. Let's just check this out right here. So yeah, so you can see we refined it down to minute 5 order block. Price literally barely wicks it. And then it pushed up to continue structure, or to break structure again, which I really liked when we broke structure right here. After we had this break, I set my limits for this pair right here. And I covered the daily low. So I went ahead and I covered this low over here. That was our daily low. So it was about actually, yeah, so I had covered our daily low, went back to my daily time frame, and I set my order block, my take profit to this rejection order block over here. So it's about a 1 to 4.5. Which I thought were honestly pretty decent odds for a trade. And so that's why I felt comfortable taking it. Like, so my entry was based off of right here on the minute 5. Actually, my bad. That's why I was confused. My entry was based off of this right here. So I had limits set here first, and then I waited for price to push up and recover, and then sweep these lows and give me another confirmation, which it did towards the end of Friday. and I just felt comfortable. I felt like it was a really good setup, so I feel comfortable holding this over the weekend. Pretty safe take profit for a 1 to 4.5. I think that this one will play out, and if not, at least I stuck to all my rules and played my strategy the right way. Here we have Euro, Australian dollar. On the daily, still nothing that I really like. Doesn't break structure there, doesn't touch the daily OB, so really just waiting for a pullback into the daily OB, like a really high one, hopefully refine down to like an hour one or something. Here we have Euro CAD, which finally did give us that break of structure on the daily. As you guys know, I was really waiting for confirmation down here, never got it. And now the zone I'm going to be looking for is over here. So now my new daily point of interest is this higher blue zone right here. And yeah, I'll be looking for lower time frame confirmations when it reaches into there. Here we had Euro NZD. You guys can see it misses the hour 4 OB, but it touches on the daily, as you guys can see there. Break structure very cleanly, and now I'm just waiting for a pullback into this new order block, and then once again lower time frame confirmation, something like this. It's pretty much what I'm looking for. NZD CHF, we're still holding this one from last week. As you guys can see, these last 3 days we did have a bit of a drop, but I'm still not worried. I believe that, you know, we do have the higher time frame bias. These 2 days were like a lot of heavy news, so I wasn't really like worried, especially because I'm trading off the daily. Yeah, news is just, it will make my trade susceptible to pullbacks, but I think overall we still have the bias in our favor. I have 124 pips to TP. We're still up 64 pips from entry, and off the drop we're one sec. Off of the drop, it's only 56 pips, so it's fine. I totally see that. Euro, I mean, JER 30, as you guys remember, I took like a kind of YOLO trade just for the jokes. Didn't call it as a signal, obviously, because it was more of a joke trade. And yeah, I mean, I kind of paid the price because it missed my TP and then it hit stop loss. Here we have GBP USD, or NZD USD right here. We had a break on the daily, as you guys can see, and now I waited for a retest. It didn't happen. So I just want to see something pull back down into there. GU, kind of similar. Break on the daily, as you guys can see to the left here. Or AU. Man, I keep thinking everything is GU. But yeah, this is AU, break on the daily. Kind of creating some consolidation this week over here. But ultimately, I'd want to see something in that daily order block. The JPY pairs did start to show some bearish momentum. But AJ would have to break so low if I want to take it off the daily. And it just never touched this hour 4 OB. Here we have Australian dollar to New Zealand dollar. Touched on the hour 4, broke structure, and now we're just waiting for some sort of retracement up into here. Same thing, nothing really, you know, changed on that one. Gold, not the best, honestly, in my opinion. I think it's like 1 hour plays right here. And it just wasn't anything I was really looking to take. Here we have GBP Australian dollar, which never gave us that break of structure towards the downside, so this zone wasn't even valid. And yeah, we're just still waiting for some sort of break towards the downside to consider this trade to be valid. So you can see right there, GBP AUD, no break, just kind of rallied up. And yeah, so no confirmation, no trade on that one. Here we have GBP CAD. We can identify this, honestly, as a 1 zone for sells. So if I had enough lower time frame confirmation, I could potentially take this like a half risk sell. I think that this could set up very nicely for next week. So let's just keep in mind the hour 4 OB is resting up there and try to see if price is going to end up going to it or not. I think GBP CAD could honestly be nice. Here we have USD CAD. And as you can see, we did get a daily break of structure over here. And now I'm just waiting for some sort of retracement back into the zone, and then I'm going to be looking for that same pattern that I always do on a lower time frame, which is essentially, you know, price is trending downwards, break structure, retest, and then it goes up. I think that could be a good one. Silver, I don't trade. Somebody had just wanted me to look at. NAS, I'm not going to be trading. And yeah, that's just pretty much it for my market recap this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned something. Very quick video, very informational. And as always, guys, if you enjoyed the content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. And also, I'm doing a live market breakdown Sunday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I hope to see y'all there.